Turiya is the latest mini LP from Kaal Akuma, and that is a Bangladesh-based death metal trio who are very much in the style of what I would consider 1989 to 1990 um, underground death metal in the United States. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they sound just like Florida death metal so much as incantation and immolation-esque uh, variances that have evolved over the years. Rather than being cavernous, their sound is very present. It's bestial. It's aggressive. The drummer has quite a particular slap to his sound. It's very organic in the render of it. And this EP finds the band adventuring out a little bit more. And so we'll get into that in a second. But first, let's listen to a clip. Yeah, so I think if I wanted to describe what this band does to anyone, I would point to early Goraphobia. I would point to maybe Here and After, and we'll start there. I think that the fact that these guys are on Nuclear Winter Records, it kind of suggests that a certain taste level approved exactly what they're doing here, and a lot of that builds upon what they had done with their debut album back in 2021. I know I missed In the Mouth of Madness. I don't know how exactly, but that sound it felt like it picked up a Seraphic Decay 7-inch, and I was listening to some garage bound death metal band being aggressive as hell. So I really liked that record, and it's interesting to see that this EP puts together two longer form songs that are very different, and a shorter song that is a little bit unexpected in other ways, in the sense that they're more atmospheric without losing the kind of the riff count. They do have kind of psychedelic breaks in some of the songs. There's some dissonant phrasing, some lead runs that are kind of interesting. The whole record kind of twists the formula of the full length into a different shape, and I appreciated that because the record's lyrics and themes deal with consciousness in a way, and it feels like they're distorting the consciousness of the band in the midst of this EP. Now, yeah, they still kind of can't pull off a great solo on some of these songs. Some of them are a little kind of, like more recent Incantation, where they're a little more rock than they should be. But uh, it feels like a real performance. It feels like an aggressive feeling is attached to it in a very palpable way. And I like that it just kind of feels like a band hitting away at it in the garage while still being quite good. And again, I really appreciate the realistic render of the drums, and it's not all so tightly wound. The feeling of this band is very strong, and I really identified with or appreciated their approach. It feels like real death metal, and it is really aggressive and a solid listen that I would recommend. Now, I give it a moderately high recommendation because I know this is not for everyone in some regard. It starts out a little bit bashed at, and this is probably for the more underground death metal fan who understands what it is. So again, it is one of the better records of the month nonetheless, and I would recommend it. So read more about it in the written review and go check it out.